The South African Nuclear Energy Corporation, also known as NECSA, is today celebrating the 60th anniversary of nuclear technology in Pelindaba outside Pretoria. The Minister of Electricity and Energy, Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, is delivering the address there. Let's take you live to that.
Runs not out. We're on an excellent betting wicket, and I think we are moving in the right direction. And that's only possible as a result of the exceptional contributions of the men and women who are here, the heroes and heroines who don't get to be celebrated. And I want to use the occasion of this 60th anniversary to say thank you, and thank you. I make the point all the time that my late mother, the one I referred to earlier on, she taught me 3 things that will make you successful in life. So I'm not about to impose that on you, but I know it has worked on me. The first thing is to say, I don't know. Science is anchored on the ability of humanity and individuals to accept that you don't know. And as a result of not knowing, the appetite and the urge to get to know is insatiable, and that's how you are able to move frontiers of development. And those who have studied to the level of a PhD, you get to know that the more you learn, the more you know that you don't know. One of the greatest tragedies in life is not knowing that you don't know. Wa mo tseba malome wela ka mogae o no tseba dilo ka moka gore ke mahadi ke lenyalo ke maku ena o di tshwere ko pele mara wa go re motho wa fafatla ke tsebe wa pae. So it's a tragedy of not knowing that you don't know, and I think that part of the advancement is this. And the second thing she taught me was to say, I'm sorry. I know it's very difficult to some of the supervisors here, but you know you'll have had encounters where you get to be reprimanded and scolded by your immediate supervisor. And then he or she gets to discover 2 or 3 days later that, yo, I was wrong. They are unlikely going to come back to you and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. They say, yeah, let's just do it. He was very wrong. But I'm just saying we'll go very far, I think, when we make those admissions, because I think that's how we're going to build the camaraderie and the kind of team spirit that you want. And then the third thing she taught me was to say thank you. So I've come here to say thank you for the tremendous work that you have done. Thank you very much to all of you. Let me also acknowledge the learners in the room. The learners are important because for us to be able to make the kind of advances that we desire, we must invest in the next generation, the next cohort of nuclear scientists. So if you come to think of how the world will develop, countries that will be achieve the ability to advance the rate or the velocity of development are countries that are going to invest in science and technology. So I'm talking about velocity. I'm talking velocity is both speed and direction. I'm talking, no, I use this language here because I'm in the midst of scientists. So it's just the speed and direction of development. The direction must be in the right path so that you are able to accommodate everyone and advance the interest of humanity. But the speed is going to be phenomenal. I mean, we can see how the Chinese have been able to leapfrog other nations. I mean, if you had to trace back how China has achieved the kind of monumental and almost inconceivable economic advances, trace it back 20 years ago or 30 years ago, it was not featuring on the map of the top 10, 20 advanced economies in the world. Today, they are number 2. And I can tell you by the time the Safari ends its current license of 2030, the Chinese will be the most advanced. You look at the deep seek, the artificial intelligence, the rate at which they are developing it, they are going to distinguish themselves, and they are going to be distinguishable as a result of those investments. So the learners are here. I was having a conversation with some of them, and I'm encouraged that they want to move in the right direction. They are pursuing science, and that's why they are here. And I had to ask a few of them what is it that they want to study. And of course, I was impressed that I met two who wants to study civil engineering. Civil engineering is important because everything we build remains standing. These ones of mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, our going oh, okay, no, it's fine. So our things remain standing. So I really want to congratulate you. And I really also congratulate Loyiso and the leadership of NECSA for having taken a decision to say that we're going to partner with the schools and make it possible that we provide them safe passage to realize their ambitions. I just want to mention 4 things that are emblematic of science. And those are found in the, if you like, the genesis of Safari and the DNA of Safari, if I were to use those terms. 4 things. The first one is that science transcends politics. Let me repeat myself. Science transcends politics because ours is evidence-led. Ours is on the basis of logic and reason and how you arrive at a conclusion. But in the South African context, it's important that I make the point that Safari, because it's 60 years of age.
All right, that's Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa just lending his support there at NECSA, which is celebrating its 60th anniversary, thanking the nuclear scientists there who help us advance into the future.